DeLuca-Tamasi.
How we do it.
The celebs, because you get asked to do all of the amazing lounges. You know, did the Grammys lounge. Now you've been asked to do the Canadian Screen Awards lounge.
Yes.
So you put a lot of thought and effort into these projects, and it looks phenomenal.
Thank you. So, you know, we really wanted to go back to what Stacey was talking about. You can pull inspiration from anywhere.
Right.
This is the award.
Yes.
So the award has a really nice enveloping feel. It's glitz, it's glam, but the shape in it and the roundness of it was really an inspiration and jumping off point for the lounge. Now, every lounge or every space should have a little bit of a period inspiration. So for this, it's Art Deco, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to prove here was, for some reason, our lounge seems to be the place where everybody congregates at the end of the awards. Of course it is, because we have the amazing people. So, you know, everybody sits around, drinks, converses. It's a great area to kind of hang out. So we wanted to show that in a 10 by 16, and that's as big as our space is, 10 by 16, you can get maximum bang for your buck. You can have enough seating, and really this can be extrapolated into people's homes, so it's not an issue as much as people think to have a small space and getting as much as you can into it.
Okay, so this is a good lesson for us, because a lot of people think small space, small furniture, small everything. Let's keep it very minimalist. Not so much.
Not so much.
Small
so you can
space, absolutely fill it up.
Absolutely fill it up, and don't always think that you have to have small furniture. That's a big misconception. Small space, small furniture. Not true. Let's start off with the walls. So in a small space, one of the challenges that a lot of people have is artwork. So different types of artwork or frames, and a lot of frames in a space tends to make the space feel very congested and very busy. Having paneling like we've done here really gives an added depth and dimension to the space, but it's the same paneling in repeat. So it's the same thing over. It doesn't feel busy. It doesn't feel messy. We chose Benjamin Moore wet concrete for the wall color because the inspiration again was supposed to be you know, really spring-like, very Art Deco. And the thing here is everything is from LT. So I really love the fact that LT was able to provide us with all this great furniture. Jumping off the wall again, what I want to talk about in Dispel is that you cannot hang artwork on paneling. A lot of people say, I have wainscoting, where do I hang my artwork? Does it have to be framed within the paneling? Absolutely not. Use your walls as walls. That is a backdrop to your artwork. So we have the great piece of abstract artwork here, which is really nice and subtle. It doesn't take away from the wall, doesn't feel too busy, doesn't feel too overwhelming, and looks fantastic.
It's very calming, that combination together.
Yes, and you know, that awards night, everybody's like, I'm gonna win. We need to have a calming space and just calm down.
Sit down. Take off your heels. Take it down a notch.
And speaking of sitting, so you know, celebs have, you know, very
pretty.
Yes, and they like to sit in very comfortable. We want to make sure that they're comfortable. I love this. Let's talk about the lines in the furniture. So in a small space, if you have a linear sofa, it takes up more space. If you have a sofa like this that has even a very subtle, rounded side to it, it just fits the space better, and it also feels very airy. So with a linear sofa, you might be able to get that same feel, that same amount of seating using a linear sofa, but it's going to fill the space in a different way. So it's visually how it feels. I love this piece. It's soft, you know, those celebrity soft tushies. We have to make sure that they have somewhere nice to sit. And then also, it's about it's a glamorous evening. It's a really glamorous night. So in a home, in a space, absolutely up the glamour, but in a way that if you want to change it down the road, it's easy to do it. Don't you love these?
Those are amazing.
Aren't these amazing? So what I love about these is, look, you go one way and the other way.
Cool.
These are fantastic. So I feel like I want to wear this. I just want to wear this pillow.
That's a good dress.
Right?
I like the two-tone color situation. It's like jewelry for your sofa.
Thank you. It is exactly that. It is jewelry for your sofa, and that is an inexpensive way to add that glamour, but, you know, this is something that you can change down the road should you want to. Speaking of the rounded furniture, look at the chairs here. So not only are they tub chairs, which are very, you know, they're great, they're rounded, they fill the space nicely, and they're airy, but the sides are open. So what that does is in a small space, you need to be able to have that breathing room. So this gives that breathing to the sides. It's not as heavy and as static as a full chair would be.
I would just think you can have two people in there, and then there can be bum spillage on both sides.
This is true. And let me tell you, after the awards, you know, when people are just like, oh, and then, like, you know, you just got to have something.
I haven't eaten for a month to fit into this dress.
Let me get those things off. Yes. 100%. Okay, let's talk about the coffee table. So again, rounded, kind of keeps
What
within that
material
line.
is this?
So
That
this
is
is
pretty.
faux shagreen. But the reason that I chose the faux shagreen was because this is a really great piece to have. Let's say, for example, you have kids at home. They're running around. They're putting
They're
things
messy.
down. This is really easy to care for because it has that texture to it. So if something sits on it, and it's super light, by the way, if something goes on it, it's not going to get ruined, which is really important and really key.
Good.
You know, we added these great faux fur ottomans, which are a lot of fun. And then, of course, you have to have in a space where you're conversing and having people hanging out something to almost like an icebreaker.
Yes.
So this is fantastic. I love this box. Each layer
cool.
is a different game. So there's Chinese checkers, regular checkers, but it's
That's
all
cool.
in the one piece, right?
It looks good.
Looks amazing, and then behind you, the
Yes.
piece de resistance.
This tastes good.
It tastes excellent.
Yes.
So that is really, you know, the bar cart, really important to have in a space where you're entertaining or conversing. That is great because it has the lucite handles next to you, Tracy, and it has that really substantial feel to it. So it almost looks like a static bar, but it's movable on casters.
Oh, really good. And think about all the ways you can use this. You can use this in other places
As
in your
side
house, right? A
tables,
side
yeah.
table, whatever you want. Really nice, really luxe. You've done a great job.